Hello, welcome back. Here's something interesting that I've picked up on. It's 10:30 and I've done a lot this morning, but I haven't had any breakfast. And I don't feel like breakfast. So I'm going to leave it and possibly have my breakfast at 1 o'clock. And then cut out that little afternoon sandwich. But yes, no breakfast. And I'm shitting miracles. The next thing I need to do today is take my passport to the post office. So I've been stuck in this dilemma for a few years of trying to update my passport online, but it says put in a valid driving license. Well, my driving license is out of date. So I thought, okay, let me go and update my driving license. When I try and do that, it says please enter a valid passport. So I've been stuck in this loop for about 6 years. But last night I finally was able to renew my passport. It's £88.60, so nearly £90. But now I need to send this to the passport people. So I've got my pen, I haven't got an envelope, and I need to get to the post office and do that because the post office closes around about 1 o'clock. So that's what I'm going to do today. Right, it's a bit of a rainy day, the sun is coming out, but I think I'll take my coat, just be on the safe side. I need to find like a summer coat, because this does get a bit warm if the sun comes out for more than 10 minutes. And I've only had one cup of tea. Right, come on then, let's get to the post office. So nice to walk by the side of the river. In fact, that bit looks quite deep there. Look at that. Maybe I'll come for a little dip on a really hot day. It's a lovely little trip to the post office. Makes it a pleasure to go there. Look at all the leaves now starting to come out, creating these little corridors. It's been raining for the last week, I think. So the river is certainly in full flow. Look how beautiful this tree is. Covered in moss, being caught by the morning sunshine. Beautiful. Look at this house here on the left. I feel sorry for the postman that has to walk up all those steps. I hope they don't shop at Amazon. Let's take a small detour. I love these rocks down here with the river going over them. Look at them. Look how big these rocks are. Absolutely stunning. How many thousands of years have they been there? I was watching an old episode of Homes Under the Hammer on BBC One. Now, Martin Roberts, the presenter of that show, lives in the village. And he'll be appearing on a video in a few weeks. We've already filmed it. So because he's in the village, there's a lot more content on the TV show about the Rhondda Valleys. And for those outside the UK, it's a show where people buy houses, they turn them around and then sell them on again. And one of these houses that I'm about to pass recently featured on one of the videos. It's always nice to see a local area on TV. Whew. Certainly windy up here. It's currently up for sale. I'll just take you down the back way and we can look over their back wall. Because I was quite impressed that they actually put real grass in, not fake grass. So just imagine now. There it is. Bit of a small garden, but it's better than nothing. But just look at that view that you would have for your morning coffee. Come out, look at the river, the campanellas there, climbing up the wall. So that'll be a nice little house there. If I can find the episode, I will link to it in the video description below. If it had a much bigger garden, I would consider it. It's got solar panels on the roof as well. Just imagine coming out and not only having your breakfast by the river, but having a look at Penpich every morning. And today, it's looking wonderful. Well, I haven't got all day to bandy the goose. So let us go off and have a word with Mrs. Goggins in the post office. Well, Mrs. Goggins said to be remembered to you all. That was a dear do, that was. £8.50. I did have the signed for and the tracking, so it's tracked all the way. I thought it's better to pay the extra than getting into a dispute when they say we haven't had your passport. So apparently it'll get there by tomorrow. Right, what am I doing now? That's all I wanted to do this morning. Shall we go shopping? I haven't got my bags with me if I go shopping though. Yes, we might go down Cherokee. I've just missed the bus though. So I'll walk a bit and see if a bus appears. Because I don't know if Wales is like your part of the world. But when one bus is around, it usually means there's another two just behind it. Oh, I could do with a cup of tea now. I've had second thoughts. I'm going to go home and have something to eat, because if I go shopping I will probably end up in a cafe and having something unhealthy. So I'm going to go home, have my breakfast and then make a decision about whether I'm going to go down Cherokee and do shopping or not. I think that's the most sensible thing. There's no point eating out when there's decent food in the house. So the last time I was here you could see the tunnel, but now it's blocked up because of the trees. I wonder if there's a space where you can go and see. This is what I said. There's so many trees you can't see the view. Right, this is interesting. There is mare's tail there. Right, I didn't think they had it in Wales. I have to keep an eye on that. Look at all these ferns. A beautiful fernery is down there. Right, time for a cup of tea. Another reason why I wanted to come home is because I'm quite hot already. It's a combination of this coat and having a fleece and a t-shirt on. So I will have to have a look on the internet, because there's only Cardiff to go to. If I go to Cardiff, that's at least £10. And then I'll have food down there. So it does work out cheaper to buy it online. Right, let's open the back door, get a bit of air blowing through. Get that kettle on, lad. Right, I've had my breakfast. I've also done some work. So now I'm thinking about going shopping. Now this kitchenette, I do like the blue, but I'm thinking about repainting it and painting it in the colour that I remember the one I had in the family home, which was a sort of green, but it was a light green, and the entire house seemed to be in this green. But I'm thinking something a bit more richer, like a darker forest green. So while I'm down Torquay now, because I'm going to go down, I need to get some skyr yogurt. I'm going to pop into the paint shop, I think, and just have a look. I don't think I would need a big pot. And while I'm there, I may even look into getting some off-white. What's that? Is that cream? And actually repainting the whole thing. Because I think I've decided now, it is staying in the house. And, oh, look at that. There is a light underneath. Oh, I didn't know that. So I'm thinking about, well, I'm not thinking, I've decided. It's going to stay in the house. And I'm going to use it to store some food. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Probably keep it in this room and put it in one of the alcoves, because I've decided that bookcase will probably stay up the top end. So that's an office section, and then down the other side by the window, this can go along with where I've got my bike. So I'm going down to Torquay now and get some paint. And to walk straight past the plants. Not interested in plants today. Well, I might be. The plan is I might pop down to whatever it's called, Aldi or Lidl. So they'll have a few plants outside there. But first of all, the paint shop. Now, the last time I was in this paint shop was about 20 years ago, when I was presenting winners of a book competition, of a book that I wrote. And for some reason, I can't remember now, I think the paint shop sponsored the whole thing. And I had to go there to present the prizes. So I haven't been back for quite a few years. Right, there's two doors. Which one do you go in through? Well, I've got the paint, but I'm not going to tell you what colour. You'll have to wait and see. They had the radio on so loud in there. It was a job to try and concentrate. Right, I can see that the butcher's is closed, unfortunately. Oh, it's Thursday, isn't it? This bank holiday's completely thrown me. Right, where else? I think we'll pop in and get some veg, and then we'll go down the supermarket. Right, let's cross over. I haven't got a coat on, and I can see that the clouds are turning black, whereas further down the valley, where I'm going, it looks sunny. So let's hope the sun will stay with me. Here we go. Look left, look right. Here we go. Let's have a look what bargains they've got in these very full cupboards. Look at that. Look at the size on these. Look at that. That's a meal just by itself, that is. So I'm just in the shop here now, and I've bought my veg, but I'm going to ask one of the customers, is there anywhere where I can buy some bread from? I can't find it at bakers.
It would only be Greg's, really, which isn't...
Are all the local bakers gone then?
Yes, there's no local bakers here now, is there? There used to be one opposite the deli. Yeah. There used to be the old bakers there. But no bread shops now.
I remember there used to be a bake shop about 2 doors down.
Oh, sorry. Of course they did.
We used to go there.
Yes.
We used to go there in the school break to buy a synthetic cream jam donut. Nice and healthy.
Exactly. That'll keep you going, wouldn't it? But there's no actual bakers now, or old family bakers.
Well, I'm trying to find brown bread, but that's like trying to find hen's teeth in True, but in Treorchy.
And there was Doughties in True, but that is gone as well. Barbara's gone, so no, there isn't. You're out to luck.
Now, the major advantage of coming down to Lidl, because it's quite away from my house, but the major advantage is that they also sell plants. So you can buy some yogurt and buy a yucca at the same time. Look at the colour on them. Wonderful. But first, let's buy some food. So I've bought a few things, and then I've just bumped into a viewer.
Hello.
How long have you been watching?
Got to be about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah? And you're buying some plants for your garden?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Ordered off my mother.
No problem.
There's a very heavy smell to them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Scent. I might have to get some myself.
I like the larger one.
Yeah. Just as I leave Lidl, see that big green field in the middle of the picture? That's available, that is. Has anybody got a spare 120,000? Typical, isn't it? The one thing I came down for is the one thing they didn't have. Right, let's hope I don't have to wait long now, because I've got quite a few bags with me. I was thinking I should have come down on my bike, but I still wouldn't have had enough space on the bike to have put everything that I've bought. Right, let's hope that bus is coming. Oh, we're glad to have a cup of tea. But I've just got home and there was a parcel outside. But I knew there was a parcel outside because I have installed CCTV on the front of the house. So I could tell exactly what time this parcel turned up. And even though it's a 99% safe area, there's always that tiny 1%. And it was good that the camera was there today because he left it outside on the doorstep. Oh, hello. All right, this is going to turn into a messy task, I think. Today, out and about, I just seem to have one of those days where all the transport was... I wasn't hitting those, you know, sometimes you go out and you get off one bus and there's the other bus. All the connections work. Well, today, they didn't. This is one big block. Right, this is the last purchase now for a while. It's all saving up then for a little holiday. And this, as you'll be able to tell, is for my desk. Ah, look at that. Look at that. I feel as if I'm in the Bank of England. It is a lamp for my desk. I hope the bulb is with it. I hadn't actually thought about that. There is no bulb. Drat. But look at that chain. But there's no bulb, so can't get too excited. I'll try some of the bulbs I've got here. But I don't think there's a bulb. No, there's not. There you go. What do you think to that then? Anyway, it's time now for a cup of tea. It's 10 to 7. I'm trying to get into the habit of cooking my dinner between 6:30 and 7, 7:15. But I like to do it while I listen to the Archers. Oh, I can't open the drawer now. There's something is stuck in there. I've just remembered I needed to get some tin foil. And that is what stopping me from getting inside my drawers. Right. I came back and there was a letter from Malin and Carl, who has sent me a magnet from Ystad in Sweden, spelled Ystad. Now we have a place in the valleys called Ystad, called Astrad, but this is Ystad in Sweden. So we'll pop that on the old fridge. So we've got quite a few there now. Right, I need to take my washing. What's it called? Shopping. I need to go to bed. I bought some silver onions. I do like them in a slice of bread and some mayonnaise. So I bought some chickens. 3 chicken breasts for £5.25. So I'll put them in here for the time being. I also bought some Richmond sausages, but I need to sort out the freezer section. There you go. That'll do. What else did I buy? Now, the whole point of me going down there to that particular supermarket was that I wanted to get skyr. And they didn't have any, which they used to have in the London store. But they had skyr Icelandic style. But this is Icelandic style and I want the proper stuff. So I will have to look online, see if Waitrose do it, because I do need to put in an order. Fresh blueberries. I do like to munch on these in the morning. If you can tell, my diet is now going into the summer mode because it won't be long for summer. Problem is, when summer comes, we're not too far off then. The night's starting to draw in for winter. Ooh. Right, cat food. You don't want to know about that. I've bought HP sauce. Still quite expensive. Although I have tried one brown sauce by Jack's, and that is quite good. And if they had that, I would have bought that. But HP sauce. And then, what else did I buy? Sweet potato. But I bought more. Ah, hold on. I've just remembered. I forgot a complete bag, which is in the other room. I also bought some chocolate. Now, they do tell you that 85% chocolate and up is healthy for you. Obviously, if you eat 6 bars a day, then it's not going to be. But a little bit on your breakfast, because I'm going to go back to my skyr breakfast with a bit of fruit and a bit of chocolate on top. Oh, it's wonderful. Right, let me go and get my other bag. There was a bit of confusion in the shop. She said, there you go, you can have that for nothing. I said, what? The bag of the groceries? She said, no, the bag. You can have the bag for nothing. She said, I want you to test them out. They're a more solider bag, because I had one before and it broke. So she said, you take that and I won't charge you for the bag, and you test it. And look, it is still quite solid, so it gets my approval. Leek? Can you guess what it is? Carrot, just the one. Because I want to try and eat more greenery. Some, you know, your broccolis and... Look at the size on this broccoli head. That'll keep me fed for a few days. So I want to eat more broccoli heads and climbing beans. Peppers. I do love a pepper just to munch on, like that. I won't do it now because it's not very nice to hear somebody eating on camera. Mushrooms. Look at the size on those ones. Oh, I should start to grow my own. So yes, this is a very good bag. In fact, this is the type of bag you keep to put all your other bags into. So if I remember, the next time I go down, I might take this bag back and say, you might have shot yourself in the foot because they're so good. I only need to buy one. And what else? Ah, yes. Some more sweet potatoes. I bought one from one shop and two from the other shop, just because I wanted something a bit thicker, something with a bit of girth on it. Because that one's a bit thin for my liking, because I like to cut them up and make chips from them. So that is what I bought. Now the big decision is, what do I have for my dinner? I think it's a chicken based meal, so we'll have chicken, broccoli and sweet potato chips. What's the time? I'm not going to miss the Archers because it's all going on there at the moment with the car accident they had, and he went and saved them from the icy water. But did he save them, or did he do something, you know? If you know, you know. If you don't, then you haven't got a clue. Right, cup of tea, and then get on with dinner. Right, while the kettle's boiling, let us go and have a little stroll around the garden. It's so nice just to have the garden outside the back door. Look at the flowers. I've noticed that they aren't as quick as the ones in the garden, and I think that's because they're a bit more sheltered down here. So the pyracantha, I can't remember where I said this was going now. I'll have to look back at the videos to remind myself. My herbs, I just left them here after that rain shower, and I'm going to get some pots, because if you put, these are mints, but if you put mint into the garden it will spread, and if you put a few varieties of different mint together, then the dominant one will take over in a few years and the others will lose their flavour. So I'm going to leave them there for the time being and get a load of pots. Right, let's go up and have a look. Topsy's in the garden, but she's next door. I can see the fuchsias. Look at the fuchsias here. Putting on loads of buds now. And the mallow is doing very well. Let's have a look at these sweet peas. See if they've been attacked by slugs. No, they seem fine. Lovely to see the pinks there. Oh, there's a bit of scent around. And I think it's coming from these pinks in the corner. Look at that. Wonderful. Beautiful. And then what do we have down here? Oh, these flowers are establishing themselves. I need to come out and do a bit of deadheading. Oh look, there's a bee there. Can you see it? Topsy's hiding in the grass somewhere. Can you see her? 7 o'clock and all is well. Now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll catch up with you next time. I'm going to go and have my dinner. Oh, what colours did I buy for the kitchenette? I bought 2 colours, and they are... I'll tell you in the next video. Catch you next time. From me until then, bye for now.